Alright, let's head over to Ron. What's going up, Ron? Yeah! Hoping to get out. And I'll miss his smile too. Can we finally buy that thing? No! I feel like I could get all of these things and get really, really nice bonuses. Ooh, that's kind of nice actually. It's similar to the other thing that we have. This one, yeah. Although maybe it has like a better upwards curve of it when you level it up. Be like, I feel like I could get some of these and get like really good levels, but I'm like, I really, really want this one. I will get the lunar glass at some point. And we have scribe stuff. I forgot about that. Goodbye, Ron. I'm sorry. But we have a Rite to commence against Mr. Lendel here, and it will be our first Rite without headwind. Oh, Tizo, what's up? Rah, rah, rah. Tizo cautions you that he has some history with your next adversary, Lendel. Really? Lendel has a personal vendetta against him. What?
Ever persevering, aren't we? Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough. Your chosen adversaries here shall be the accusers. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
What history does Tizo have with Lendel? Like, I didn't even see how that could happen. Oh wait, the accuser's aren't here yet. Ooh, okay, Tizo knows something though. Ah, but there he is. Wow, what did Tizo do to you, Lendel? Aha! Caught out, you miserable beast! I knew it after all this time. I knew that you were still among their ranks. Rock! Tizo is angry to have stumbled into an apparent trap. Silence, fiend! You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity. Your evil shall be ended here and now. And you, Nightwing, shall not deny me thus again. Wow, okay. Wait a second, really? Ooh. Is that the first time we've seen this? First of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Gracious or the Accursed. An imp of rare intellect, he showed compassion to Solomur after he fell into exile. Tizo whistles something back at him. Whatever transpired between him and Lendel is in the past. Lendel evidently has not let it go. Well, in that case, we have to use Tizo here, come on. Okay, so yeah. These dudes, oh, interesting. Ooh, okay. I did not expect that at all. That is cool, actually. I like that. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, that's actually really awesome. I like that. So these dudes both have their dashes. Okay. While Lendel has... Oh, okay. So yeah, they're all about dashing around and getting a lot of stamina back. And they have their own talismans too. Oh, actually go back for a second. I just noticed, they also have different levels of experience. And Lendel is like really incapable compared to these other two. Oh well. Alright Tizo, come on.
Tizo.
Had to do it. Pamitha? And who else shall we use? Maybe Faye? Yeah, let's bring Faye along.
Faye! It is done.
I don't like that way that Lendel spoke to Tizo. Tizo is my friend. Nightwing's the fiend you serve is an affront. He denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. So basically, I'm guessing Tizo kind of kicked his ass right when Lendel was about to win. Well, It's gonna happen again, I'm afraid, sir. Because Tizo is dead. Let me grab this quickly, and then we can fly. Oh man, it's been a while actually, so I kind of forget the controls.
Another banishment.
All right, interesting. Let me bounce over here, then bounce over here.
Already does your adversary's flame begin to flicker.
Interesting too. Their Pyre is way more it's way more healthy than it was before. Hold still, you misbegotten little pox. We're not finished with you yet. Wow. A slew of the absolute worst in profanity. This is really not a rivalry I was expecting.
That Lendel certainly enjoys a rousing speech. Though talk means nothing. Flames of freedom.
Oh. Sorry, narrator. I kind of cut you off there. It's interesting how your character will automatically jump over these gaps. I don't remember that happening last time we did this level. But it's definitely making this a bit easier. Oops. That was kind of dumb. Especially with Pamitha like that, because you can get so much like you can just fly so far when you do that. Hi, let me go over here and grab the ball. Oh yeah, thank you, that was really nice of you.
They plunged into the fire.
I just realized too, I have no idea what the narrator's name is. Like, I'm assuming he's one of the scribes, but yeah, like, thinking about it, I don't know who the guy is.
Glorious.
I guess I'll just call him the narrator for now. But yeah, this is pretty easy, honestly. Mostly because you can just use this to get behind them and then just run in like that. We do have a fairly low damaging team here, but we are all very, very mobile, so this shouldn't be too much longer. Let me just flutter past him.
A blow against the adversary's fire.
And we just need one more.
No more than a lick of flame remains.
I'm sorry, Lendel, but your revenge did not happen.
It is done. The Night Wings prevail. What a crushing victory it was.
Thank you.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Scree ha ha! Tizo is very pleased that you prevailed, but wishes to make a quick exit this time. I can understand that. I really, really hope Tizo tells us what's going on here. Wow. I'm sorry, Lendel. Tizo reappears once the coast is clear. He expresses his gratitude again. What Lendel said before. If Tizo truly is a descendant of Hayub the Swallow, then he has quite the legacy to live up to. That's for sure.
Now in the wisdom of the scribes, the moon-touched girl has greater understanding than it seems.
The 8 scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow close to them, maybe? Alright, so she has Traitor's Flight. Fade jumps and power jumps farther than usual, that's pretty nice. And when sprinting, phase slows nearby adversaries. Oh, that is very, very interesting too. Ooh, I kind of like this one actually, because that, yeah. I suppose how much does it slow them? Also, you have to get like really, really close to them, wouldn't you? Ooh, maybe. Like, that's the thing, like, against demons and stuff, you have to use auras. I don't really see how that could be that useful. Unless it has, like, a huge AoE effect around it. So, yeah, let's go for this one now. Alright. I do get the feeling we'll be using Pamitha quite a bit in the upcoming battles.
Until the stars align.
And we are back. You returned to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles overcame the accusers and found Volfred waiting for you there. Well done back there, my girl. You were serving your companions well. Now then, I have something I wish to share with you, if you've a moment. We have discussed the plan, of which we're all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress towards the goal of it all. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rides may take us next. Okay. Let's have a look. So we've done the Hulk of Ores, and now we have the option of going to Hayub, Gaul, and Trieste. Several shining stars, a trick of the eye, or the will of the scribes, who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite, and I believe we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that in choosing whom Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirates we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. Oh, that's a really, really interesting way to put it actually, because yeah, the teams we don't face will probably be the ones that we'll face in the Liberation Rise. Although, I kind of assumed that the Demon team would be the ones who always face in Liberation Rise, but maybe not. I suppose if we have the option of beating them out here, then we won't be doing that. Volfred's Planner. An object that shows the relative standings between the 9 triumvirates. Really? Oh, that's... Oh my god. I was not expecting this. Wow, like, this is totally out of left field from what I expected. Favor. So wait a second, does that mean that we can, like... If we wanted to, we could choose which enemy triumvirates actually go free by beating everybody else, facing against them, and then losing? Like, as I mentioned last episode, I feel like the teams that actually escape will have to fight in, like, the final battle. So I don't really see why we would want to do that, but I can see some really, really neat and interesting stuff going on with this if that's the case. Using Volfred's Planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal, as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. In Fish Up Today, for the remaining requests, you may look over it now or anytime in the Black Wagon or while searching the stars. So let's have a look. We have a perfect victory. The Fate are... They're okay. They win a third of the matches. The Withdrawn are pretty even. Dissidents are doing really well, actually. I wasn't expecting that. The Essence apparently really, really suck. So do the Chastity, although not as bad. The Pyre Hearts aren't great either, although I kind of feel like that's probably because they don't have Gilman with them anymore. The Accusers are doing way better than I expected. And the Tempests are doing pretty damn good too. Really, really interesting. Liberation Rise, Liberation Rites conducted, additional exiles required. Number of additional exiles required to join the Nightwings and fulfill a key aspect of the plan. 1. Wait, what? Oh my god. Does that mean that we'll get new characters? Like from these teams? Or maybe we'll actually get Big Bertha. Oh, I'm so ready for you, Big Bertha. Total rites conducted, exiles liberated. Oh my god, this is like too much for me at the moment. I don't know what to think of this. Let's just keep going. Who do we have? We have those dudes. The old Honorable Kerr. We have the Midnight Star, and we have them. You know what? The last time we actually faced these guys in that little like mini game with Gilman, I kind of died really, really quickly. So let's come down here and get Sir Gilman some revenge for that. Is this night to understand that we shall soon confront Sir Deluge in the Pyre House once more? Then this is to be a most exciting time. This night's one-time commanding officer, imagine if you will, a worm without the slightest trace of bravery. Sir Gilman then recants his tale of Sir Deluge's past, and how it is they wound up together in the downside. Sir Deluge, a worm knight of the Sea Dominion, former ally of Sir Gilman. He lacks the sort of courage for which his kind is known, yet somehow leads the Pyre Hearts anyway. Somewhere born under the sea Dominion's waters sought life's meaning on dry land. The Commonwealth recognized their chivalrous traditions and soon put them to use. Sir Deluge was just a bit more of a frontline fodder in the war against the High-Wing remnants, yet time and again he distinguished himself for one simple reason: he would not die. His unusual instincts for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. I can appreciate this. Then in the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, which is a place we haven't heard of before, I don't think. Oh no, we have heard of that place. When retreat certainly was not an option, Sir Deluge retreated anyway. This was a breaking point, and he at last was sentenced into exile. In the downside, he sought waters where he made contact with Sir Gilman and the other members of his kind. They all saluted him as their superior. The other knights had little choice but to respect his ranks, and the Pyre Hearts they conduct the rites in the name of the great hero, the Under King Ors, while adhering to their strict code. This knight may have failed quite so miserably at the Battle of Spiral Sanctum had his entire regiment not turned in disarray after Sir Deluge fell. Perhaps by confronting his former commander, this knight's own honor may be regained in part. For now, however, this knight must beg your leave. You say goodnight to Sir Gilman in turn. There is no time to make flight preparations now, though in the morning you'll press on once again. Alright. More pages! Like I said before, we'll get to that in a little bit. It is Volfred's planner. It'll be really, really interesting to see how this plays out towards the end. And I really wonder what would happen if you lose every one of your matches. Like, really. I suppose you wouldn't really be the best judge, as a matter of fact, maybe you get kicked out of it entirely, but... Oh, okay. After the Bertrand, Trumpet's favor was set to 0. Man. Oh, okay, yeah, I suppose technically, Sandalwood is our leader. Like I said before, though, like, I was not expecting this. I wasn't really sure what to expect going on from the first Liberation Rite, but the fact that you can, like, manipulate the other teams and kind of figure out which ones you'll be going up against, and it sounds kind of like we actually can get members of their team to join us somehow, which is really, really interesting. And like this whole, like, the record system and winning and losing and the probability of success, like there is a lot going on here, and I think it could lead to some really, really cool scenarios the way you play it out, especially with who you set free. Like, Headwind's gone, so we can't participate in any of these anymore. Anyway, let's see what's going on with little Tizo here. Tizo seems somewhat less cheerful since his run-in with Lendel and the accusers. I'm not surprised. He approaches you wanting for you to hear him out. Rahum! Tizo seems unhappy about something Lendel said to him. Oh, what is it, Tizo? Oops! Shit. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Tizo. I skipped you there. I wonder if I can go back and read that again. I suppose I could load the checkpoint. Nah. While Tizo does not like Lendel as a person, he recognizes nonetheless that he denied his freedom. It was a liberation rite. He did what he felt necessary. He wanted to help his friend go free. Nevertheless, he still feels a certain guilt and regrets that the rite's forced exiles in such situations. Alright, so basically Tizo had to do what he did in order to get someone on the Nightwings out, but that of course meant that Lendel couldn't get out, and he has some guilt for that. Which is like totally understandable. Then, Rahik! Tizo is grateful to you for listening. He knows the scribes created the rites with good intentions. Skrihawk? He promises to keep doing his best to live up to the legacy of the scribes. Oh, thanks Tizo. Other drive imps, regardless of whether he truly is an ancestor of He of the Swallow, surely the scribes would have been proud of him. Alright, well let's head out then, and continue our journey. It's time for us to head down and face off against Sir Deluge and the rest of the Pyre Hearts. Oh, okay. As you saw above the waters of Worm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman slide up to you, very slowly. I guess he is still not getting used to the flying. We are very, 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 very high above the waters. If this knight is not mistaken, this knight's brethren lurk below the surface there in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing into the surface now, Then this night, why he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. I suppose that's one way to look at it, Sir Gilman. But don't worry, you're not going to be dying today. I mean, like I said, we have to face off against the Pyre Hearts. Oh, what the hell? Oh. Oh my god, I was not expecting this. Hey, I'm sorry about that, Del, but I did not see you guys here. So wait a second, everybody has airships now and that's how they get around? Really? That's like really, really cool, but I wonder why. I can understand us, of course, because of Sandalwood, but yeah, everyone else too. Unless this is something that Sandal was all planned out. Like, it honestly wouldn't surprise me. Hey, I'm sorry, Alma. Hey, that was all your fault. I also saw someone fly off up there too. No idea who that was there. Oh hey, someone's over here. But can I go talk to them? The full flat. Come on. Who is that? Oh, I don't recognize the thing there. This is pretty cool though. Let me what's the speed up button? Oh, there's someone there too. Here we go. Yeah, I was really not expecting this. Ooh, look around too. Neat. And gee, here's where we started our adventure. Like, holy shit, it's been so long since we've been back here. You saw near to the border of the sand folds where your companions first found you in the downside long ago. There is nothing for you there, and you wish to never see it again. Fair enough. What about this one right here? As you fly aloft over the area of the downside prairie, where first your path diverged, you see Jodario peering down at the lens below. You took us through Hollow Rouge that first time, if memory serves, reader. Taking sides with Greentail rather than with me. It took me a considerable length of time after that point to come to the conclusion you're not a complete fool. Wow, Jody. Hey, watch it there, Jody. My sister here is a real descendant judge of character, and has a good sense of direction for that matter. We'd probably all be stuck in the bog, still she had listened to you back then. Oh, indeed. They both seem to be good spirits, reminiscing about old times. Hey, that's cool. See, going over his little triggers always activates on you, it's neat. Well, you know what? Let's go down to Blooming Pool then and see what's going on. After all, we did miss this the first time around. Another page. There's gonna be pages flying out of everywhere, I think. You make a successful landing in the downside prairie near the southern edge of the downside. Memories of having first met Jody, Headwind, and Rocky come flooded back. You now should have time in the vicinity before continuing on towards the richer goal by land. Okay. Range with Jodariel. Oh my god. Oh, well, what's this? Downside Clinger. Downberry. Oh, interesting. So is that a trinket? It is. Oh no, you can sell it. For not too much gold, but still it's something. Alright, cool. Well, I guess it's better time as any. Let's do this. You have returned. How can I help you if at all? We can talk to it too. But it's time for a scribe trial. Of course, reader. You need but think on who shall be the subject of my trial, and we shall go from there. Well, I've got one little magical girl for you. A little girl called Faye. I must admit, I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. Let us bring her forth. Soon Faye arrives and heeded the summons. The scribes! I think that if I listen carefully that I can hear them calling out to me.